Today on Can Haz Armory, you're a foil fencer, your tip is coming apart and getting random white lights. How do you fix that? I'll show you how. Okay, so this issue with foil happens when the foil tip is coming apart. That little flange on the bottom of the foil tip, which I'll show in a second here, is either press fit on or it's screwed on. And if it comes loose, it turns around, the tip spins really, really freely, and it breaks contact. Remember how the circuit works in foil. It's a closed circuit. The box is looking for an opening in the circuit. It doesn't know or care where that break is. It can be a properly depressed trip, broken wire, or a loose flange on the bottom of a foil tip that breaks the contact. This is not a problem with Leon Paul tips because they are one piece. It can be a problem with French and German tips. So there's an easy way to fix it, and it's by using a spring-loaded nail punch. What this does in normal usage is you push it down, it goes click. You'll see what happens when I do this in the test. And it leaves a little dent for a drill bit to start in. But for this, it's going to be used to peen out that little center section there, a little shaft here, so it spreads out and holds onto the flange a little better. So let me show you a little close-up here. I'll try and do the peening for you. Stand by. Okay, so here is the tip. Now, if you look at it, you can see this little flange right here. It looks like a little brass hat that's just below the collar where the screws engage. This is where the spring sits, and it pushes up against it pushes the tip up, so you have good contact between the spring and the bottom of the flange here, and that's where the power goes. If that gets loose because it's a press fit or screw on, then it's going to fire the light if it gets too loose. So I'm going to grab this right now. You really can't see this on the camera shot here, but I can feel that's actually loose. That's pretty turning pretty much there. That's a problem. So how do I fix that? Well, in the past I used to use just a nail step, but it was always a real pain to hold the thing steady and hopefully not come off and hit my fingers. So I came up with this little 3D printed tool. The file for this can be had by asking for it. Drop me an email, you know, what the tip fix file. Be happy to send the STL to you free of charge. I'm not worried about it. So the tip fits into the bottom here, like so. Put on the table, which is lined up. The only reason these little donuts here is to help me know what side the top is. It helps guide this down toward the center. So you put the nail set on top of the little center post. Push down to hear it click, like that. Another one. Okay. That comes out. It is now peened or spread the shaft round over the little flange there, and this is now not moving at all. So if that was causing a problem, that's not fixed. And when I get a blade to rewire, or if the springs, if they say it's not fitting, it's fitting weight, first thing I'm going to do is take this out. I'm going to check, see if that flange is loose, because sometimes that's the problem. I've peened it down, took care of the problem. It's something I didn't know about for a number of years till I think it was David Clark taught me this one to look for it. And ever since then, I've always looked for it. Sometimes if you get a big gap between the top of the barrel and the bottom of the tip here, if it looks like a really, really big gap, it might be starting to come apart. Ideally, this shaft should be even the top of this flange. And if it's not, if it's starting to come out, you want to make sure that's fixed. Because if this tip goes shooting out because it came loose, the circuit's going to stay closed because this is still in contact with the flange, and you can tell all day long you're not going to get a light. So if your tip is gone, you have a closed circuit. That's what happened. So that's how you fix a loose tip in a foil. As always, happy armoring.